Hey guys, and welcome back to Darnyougluten. This week I'm going to be doing something a little bit different because we've reached 100 subscribers, so thank you so much for that, that's really exciting. And I thought we could do 100 things about gluten. So let's hop to it. Gluten is a protein composite, which means it's composed of two different proteins, glutenin and gliadin. Gluten is activated when these two proteins are hydrated. Gluten is found in all grains. However, the molecular makeup of gluten varies from grain to grain. This means that certain types of gluten cause reactions in some people, whilst others don't. People afflicted either have celiac disease or they have non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Some scientists say that gluten intolerance doesn't exist. Celiacs have to be careful of not only everything they eat, but also of cross-contamination. Some of the grains to be wary of are wheat. This includes bulgur wheat, wheat germ, wheat starch, semolina, and then there are other grains like spelt, rye, barley, including barley malt, and couscous. As you can see, wheat-free is not the same as gluten-free, and therefore wheat allergy is not the same as gluten intolerance. Oats don't cause a reaction in most people, but are often produced with other gluten-containing products, which means that only certified gluten-free oats should be purchased if you have celiac disease. And corn doesn't usually trigger a reaction either, but it can in some people. Some grains sound like they contain gluten, but they don't. Like glutinous rice. The word glutinous simply refers to how sticky or gummy it is. And some people think potatoes contain gluten, but they don't. People often confuse lactose intolerance and gluten intolerance. Celiac disease is a real illness. It's hereditary and it's an autoimmune condition. It consists of the inner lining of your small intestine to be disintegrated when you eat gluten. Gross. Which means that eating gluten when intolerant interferes with nutrient absorption, such as iron and other minerals and vitamins. Eating gluten when celiac can cause long-term conditions, such as cancer or other nasty autoimmune diseases, or mood disorders like depression or infertility, or polycystic ovaries, or miscarriages, and it can disrupt your hormones. Oh, and it can mess with your neurological functions. Most people affected are unaware that they have the condition. Conversely, a lot of people who go gluten-free aren't actually affected by the disease. You shouldn't self-diagnose and should always consult a professional, because there are other illnesses with similar symptoms and you could just be misdiagnosing. It's not even been proven to be healthier to eat gluten-free if you're not intolerant. It won't necessarily help you lose weight, sorry, unless of course it results in you cutting out unhealthy foods like cake and biscuits, but that's pretty obvious. Celiac disease can develop at any age. It's very difficult to diagnose celiac disease. A preliminary blood test can determine whether you carry the corresponding antibodies, but it isn't 100% reliable. But the only way to confirm celiac disease is by endoscopic biopsy. An endoscopy analyzes the health of the interior lining of your intestine by sending in a tiny minuscule camera and collecting samples. There are hundreds of symptoms that can indicate celiac disease, such as bloating, diarrhea, constipation, headaches, joint pain, back pain, skin rashes, chronic fatigue, and many others. Gluten can be found in any kind of processed food, which means that people with celiac disease have to read the list of ingredients on labels every single time. Soy sauce contains gluten, some commercial salts contain gluten, most packaged soups contain gluten, wheat flour is often used as a thickener. Barley sugar is used in a lot of sweets, candy, chocolates. Malt is often used in chocolate products, especially hot chocolate. Beer contains gluten, although gluten-free beer is a thing. There's a whole debate as to whether distilled liquor from gluten-containing grains still contain gluten in the end product. Gluten is not only found in food products, it can be in dietary supplements, in cosmetics, in mouthwashes and toothpastes, and in tea bags, amongst other things. Although there is no proof that gluten that hasn't been ingested will trigger a reaction. Gluten-free foods can taste delicious. Going gluten-free can be more expensive, but it doesn't have to be. The word gluten comes from the Latin for glue, because gluten's function is to make sure stuff sticks together by providing structure and elasticity. You can even buy gluten powder to add to your recipes. The word celiac comes from the Greek for suffering from the bowels, which means it's not really a new discovery. However, there's still a lot of research to be done regarding gluten and celiac disease. There we go, that's 100 things about gluten. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!